This is quite embarrassing for me. Maybe now people will be able to see. Let's find out. If anybody's watching, tell me. Tell me now. Or forever hold your peace. Because I feel like a dang fool. Okay, I think I'm streaming. Can anybody confirm in the chat? Because I gotta be real with you. I've been streaming, but unlisted, I think. So, if anybody is watching, if anybody is watching, please tell me. I'm gonna go grab my water real quick. Sick. So it turns out you can stream unlisted. And I did not know that. And my upload defaults are unlisted, so it just used that, which is weird. But hello, everybody. I started messing around with some granular samples and then very quickly changed my mind because I was quite lonely. And I thought no one was showing up to my party, and I was very embarrassed. 4,000 subscribers, thank you very much. And no viewers. But it turns out I'm just an idiot. I don't know which is worse. But yeah, so I've just been messing with the digatone and making music in a way that I never make music, which is just putting notes on a sequencer. And so one by one, I'll go ahead and put in these layers. It started with a kiss. How did it end up like this? But it started out with this little kick. Hey. You shut the fuck up. It started with this. Just a little hi-hat action. A little snare. Rim. And then I started adding digatone layers. One more. Yes, that's what I'm working with right now. It's fun. I don't know. I've never tried making music like this before. It always seemed miserable to me, and I don't think this is going to be something that I'm going to like finish or anything or really do anything with. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'd be fun to set up a resample. Who's a what's it? Let me see here. 1, 2, 60. I guess actually just 16, huh? No, let's do 64. 64, and then quantize rect to pattern length. Yeah. A little bit of fade in maybe. And then doing this from scratch is always so fucking nerve-wracking because I can never remember if I'm doing it right. So forgive me if I'm not. Oops. Okay. Then I want to... No. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. No. Yes. Neither of those things. There we go. Let's see. Did that work? It did not. And pourquoi? Pourquoi did not work? Oh, because we're on 5 and this is 6. Hell yeah, I don't know why that's sounds like that, but let's listen again. Nice, we did do a sample. Let's see. I want to sample it maybe without the bass. Hang on. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot that's not how MIDI works, y'all. Hang on a sec. Don't worry, we'll get this figured out. This one. Anybody else know how to stop that awful, like, hanging note from the digatone? It always happens, and it sucks butts. But yeah, let's listen back to what we just recorded. Cool. Let's go ahead and put down one of these. Hopefully this will just extend my whole pattern. Let's find out first. No, I sampled over it. It's okay, we'll just do it again. Ah, it copied it. That's what it was. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go to my project settings. Go to personalize. Disable stop arm. And probably disable that as well. Okay. Hopefully this works better. Ooh, digatone, you bet, Toby. Why do we never get to see dim palms? These? They're right here. Here you go. Brian De Palma, that's what they call me. Okay, so we sampled that. So now hopefully it'll sound like music. But I'm going to try doing this. But you know what, Dan? Music doesn't work that way, dog. So you got to do that. I don't think that's very good, but it's fun for like 5 minutes of work. I don't have very long to stream, it turns out. I spent a lot of time streaming for nobody, so that was cool. But let me show you guys what I did for this video I'm working on. I say working on like it's a work in progress, as though I don't just sit down and film on my videos like in 10 minutes. Audio seems pretty quiet. That's weird. Someone else tell me if it seems quiet to them. Because I don't know, man. OBS is reading that it's kind of quiet. How's that? Is that better? Worse? Audio is fine. Is it too loud now? Tom says it's also quiet. Well, I don't know, man. I guess I'm constantly worried about clipping. My shitty Behringer mixer that I'm using says I'm clipping at this point, but OBS says I'm not clipping or even close to it. So I don't know I don't know who to believe, but I'm glad to know that it's better. Does the aux track sound okay? We're going to find out right now. So I am releasing a granular sample pack for my patrons. A while back, I started making it, and I thought that I was going to release it to the general public for like money. But then it turns out that you need to make a lot of samples to sell a sample pack. It's a little loud now. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You have to release a lot of samples to charge for a sample pack, which is fair. I mean, who wants to buy samples? And so I decided that I didn't want to do all that hard work. But I do have some samples, and so I decided to make some beats with them, and then I'm just going to give them away to patrons. And if anybody is like super interested in them but can't afford to, become a patron, just hit me up, and I'll gladly pass them along to you. I have no problem doing that. Why don't you just make them available to the general public? Because I want people who can pay to pay me, because I don't have a lot of money, and I do have very expensive, shitty teeth in my skull. But in any case, I made some beats, and so I want to show you them. You get to hear them before anybody else, so let's listen to them. This is the first one, I think. Yep, this is the first one. I'm going to play it in. Why not? I'm going to play this dang thing in. Now again, some of the aux track's quiet. So that's the first one. It's made using this, Jesus Christ. It's made using this piano sample. That's I almost said mutable instruments. God, I'm in work mode. That's Native Instruments' Una Corda put through, I want to say granulator, but it might have been something else. I don't know. And then I use it in a couple different places. You can hear I use it here, and I play some slices. Pitched up an octave. Oh, God. Pitching up a granulated piano is like my fetish. Listen to that. That's hot. And then this one, it's the same thing, but reversed, and all together it sounds like that. This sounds like this, that. Halftime, because I had to do it to him. Ta 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 ta. Yeah, that's the first one. It's fun. I like that sample a lot. I think it's my favorite one from the pack. There's like 20 samples, I think. But this one is really... The way that it pushes and pulls is so nice. Also, the sample reduction is not a part of the sample. It's a very clean and nice sample. Thank you very much. This is the second one here, and it sounds like this. Let's do it. Sure, whatever. That is using this sample here. I don't remember making that sample. I have no clue what it is, but it sounds okay. But pitched down, it sounds much better, as is always true. I don't know what that one is. Just a little bit of echo. So I took that, and I knew I wanted to layer it on top of a drum and bass kind of thing, so I made a drum and bass thing first, using the best snare sample that ever exists. It's part of a splice pack. It's called Liquid Drum and Bass. Go ahead and go check it out if you're a splice user like myself. It's the best pack I've ever downloaded, maybe. Just full of fantastic sounds. And then, yeah, I used a really kind of shitty live bass, not live bass, but sampled bass, and then some hi-hats with the who's a what's it, the hold being modulated. It makes me feel the way that my favorite kind of music does, which is like kind of melancholy and sort of like, I don't know, yearning or wistful. Maybe you don't think that. And if you don't, well, you've made yourself a mortal enemy, my friend. But if you do think that, go ahead and tell me that in the chat. It'll make me feel validated and cool. Toby, yeah, the pack's going to be a lot of fun. I'll send it to you tonight. It'll go up on Patreon probably tomorrow or Friday. Toby gets special treatment because he's my friend and he listens to me bitch about my dental problems. Okay, here's the last one, and it's my favorite one. It started, as always, with a kiss. How did it end up like this? And it sounds like this. It started with this kind of kick and snare pattern. These are samples from... I'm only happy when it rains. Dude, I feel the same way. I fucking wish it would rain here. It's 105 degrees today. These are samples from another sample pack I did where I resampled the same drums a bunch of times and uploaded a little breakdown of that. So if you like these samples, you can get them via my Patreon as well. It sounds like this. I love that sample. And this. Oh, those are like, I kind of can't believe I made those samples. Those are nice samples. Just pat myself on the back a little bit. So it started out with this kick and snare pattern. Whoops. Yeah. It's very compelling, isn't it? Yeah. And here's this. Yeah, that's my favorite because it just has this kind of off-kilter, weird sort of feeling to it. The sample source for this is this. And that's actually a timed loop, like it's in tempo. Those little repeats are tempo synced, so it's in 120. And I wanted to not do a thing in 120, and so I pitched it down 3 semitones, and rather than time stretch it, I decided to leave it as it is and kind of just play to that more kind of, I mean, I'm going to say Dilla-esque, but obviously this doesn't sound like a Dilla beat, but you get what I mean, that sort of swingy, offbeat sort of thing. And yeah, just that big 808 coming to punch you in the face every so often, I think is really, really, really pleasant. Yeah, man. Oh, hey, I'm live. You betcha. Hi, live. I'm dad. No, wait. I'm live. I'm live. You're dad. Oh, shit. I'm your dad. Oh, fuck. Yeah. That's kind of it. If I go into any further detail, you'd have no reason to watch my video. And I do need people to watch my videos. They sort of pay my bills a little bit. But yeah. This is the most I've made music in a while, which is quite nice, actually. Something that might be nice. Actually, you know what? I might have to stop streaming here in a minute. Let me see. Yeah, I do have to stop streaming in a minute, so maybe I won't start anything new. But I am here to answer questions. If anybody wants to ask me a question, give me a little Q&A action. Cue my A real quick. What about patrons? What about them? Oh, like they pay my bills? Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, generally speaking. But more views would equal more patrons, right, by the distributive property. So if I get more views, I will perhaps get more patrons, and thus more money. And I need money, because the thing is, my kids eat. They eat a lot of food. And they want a lot of toys. And I gotta eat my gummy bears, so. If you're not already a patron, patreon.com/themessydesk. Just kidding, that's not right at all. Patreon.com/messydeskinc, like incorporated. We are not a corporation, I assure you. In this house, we hate corporations. But you can fund my own little family corporation. Yeah. I was going somewhere with that, but I don't know where anymore. Oh yeah, you can watch the VODs of these streams there if you want, and you get sample packs for free, my videos early, all that fun stuff. Should I sell my Digitact and upgrade to the Octatrack? It's not really an upgrade. Hold on, let me stop chewing for a second so I don't drive myself crazy. It's not an upgrade. It's a different device, and I think it's maybe a failure on Electron's part, or a failure on somebody's part, to not market them as very distinct devices, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a misconception thing because they're both samplers, but I have a Digitact and I have an Octatrack, and I would not sell my Digitact. They just do different things. The Octatrack is way more of like a fun device for me. Like, I don't sit down on the Octatrack and decide that I'm gonna like make a full track or anything, or that I'm gonna do anything like comprehensive, which is kind of funny because I give lessons to a lot of people whose very goal is that. But the Digitact, I do sit down with that in mind because Overbridge is so easy, and I know how easy it'd be to multi-track things and stuff like that, and it's just a smaller form factor, and it's faster, and it's a little bit more inspiring to work with sometimes, just because you can kind of get going faster. But yeah, and then Matthew makes a great point, which is that the Who's a What's It and the What's a Who's It together are really fun. The Digitact and the Octatrack together are a load of fun. I actually do a video on that. I resampled the Digitact live. I normally say it's up there, but it's not. Go find it. Someone link it. Yeah, no problem. My dirty little secret is that I've always wanted people to ask me questions. I've always wanted people to care about my opinion. And so, yeah. I thought about doing a Patreon Q&A for a while, but I'm so petrified that no one will ask any questions, and it'll be so fucking presumptuous and embarrassing. Because there's really nothing more embarrassing than being like, ask me what you think, or what I think, and then no one asking you what they think because I don't give a fuck. Oof. What's my favorite summer beverage? Ooh. I tell you what, man. Nothing quite beats the first sip of a Diet Pepsi for me. I've been drinking it since I was a kid, and I stopped for a long time, and now I'm back on the old horse, and it's not good for you, and I shouldn't do it. But my God, it is delicious. Just that first sip. Just the first sip is enough. I keep drinking it, of course, but just the first sip is maybe my favorite thing in the world. After that, I don't know, man. Lime Bubbly is pretty good. Topo Chico is pretty fantastic. Okay, questions are rolling in. Am I happy with my haircut? I am. I was really unhappy with my hair, but didn't want to go get a haircut because I'm very lazy. And then I finally did, and I was like, oh, thank God. Because I'm fat already, and that haircut was not, that hairstyle was not doing me any favors. What's my favorite trap sample pack? I don't know that I have one. I guess the Murda Beats sample pack on Splice is really good. I use the 808s from that a ton. This DBC sample pack, I don't know what it's called. Like, I'll link it to you, Tom, since I can talk to you directly. It's very good. Do I add guitar pedals? Do I use guitar pedals to add effects to things? I have an auto BAM. There was a point in time where I thought I'd buy a bunch of guitar pedals and use my monitor's freaking out. Is my stream still okay? I hope so. Where I thought I'd use a bunch of pedals with Ableton and it'd be really cool, but then I just kind of didn't. So I have the auto BAM, which I'm currently selling because I need money for my horrible teeth. But I love it. But no, most of the effects I added to the samples were VSTs that I've owned for a while. Slate Nash Cycles being the one I use the most and would highly recommend because it's a really fantastic plugin. It's expensive, but it's fantastic. What's the last song that made you... I can't tell if you mean like cray, like cray, like crazy, or cry. I'll answer both. The last song that made me crazy. Damn. I actually don't have an answer for that, so I won't answer that. The last song that made me cry. I don't really cry to music that much, if you can believe that. I don't cry very much at all. I made a video where, like, I said I cry a lot, which is just not true. I think it was just, like, a weird... I think I just meant to say I feel like crying a lot, because that's true. I do feel like crying a lot. But I have a weird thing where I don't cry super much. But I don't know. Let me think. This song by Orcas is really fantastic. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but it made me cry, which is a really unsatisfying answer, I know. But anyway, my wife just pulled in. So I gotta go. I gotta go eat dinner with my family and put my kids to bed and start editing this video, which will be up on Patreon tomorrow or maybe early Friday, along with the sample pack. And then on YouTube on Monday, as per usual. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. Could have sat down with anybody in the whole wide world, but you choose to sat down with a faceless Octatrack, and I gotta tell you, that's pretty damn special. Shalom, Mazel Tov, and adios. I'll catch you guys later. Bye, love you.